Hello, I'm Sandy Walden of Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. I like to know how things are going to play out. I like to know who's in charge of this, who's managing that, and I've got lists. Right now we're packing up the house to move, so I've got lists in this room. We have lists in the kitchen, things that we want to leave for the new owners, as well as things that we're packing up. We have lists saying, hubby will do this, I will do that. Who's managing different details? I'm a wee bit of a control freak, not nearly as much as I used to be. I am recovering. What do we do when it's not something that's in our control? Wowzer! That can be a lot. We do have these lists, but there are some things we can't control, right? There are things in our world, whether or not someone is going to recover from an injury or a health issue, what the weather is going to do. So many things that are beyond our control. So, as a coach, when we work together, one of the things we talk about a lot is this your stuff? If so, we explore ways that you can manage or delegate according to what's right for you. Sometimes it's not our stuff. Sometimes it belongs to someone else. So one of the things I like to do is to suggest making a piece of paper in three pieces. This is mine. This is yours. But what do I do with that third column? So, if this one is mine, this is yours, what's here? I like to write down there things that I'm leaving up to God. Spirit, universe, the language that's right for you. It reminds me that not only am I not in charge, but there is an energy, a being, a spirit that I trust is in charge. If this isn't your belief, feel free to disregard this. I'm okay with that. Something else that many of my clients use is a box. I like a pretty box. It can be big, it can be small, it can be an envelope. Whatever works for you. It can be really powerful to write down the things that we're leaving up to God, universe, spirit, the one. Again, find your language and understand we're talking about the same thing. When I write it down and I put it in a God box, it's a very physical way of saying, this is not mine. I'm trusting you. Many clients find it very helpful because we're doing something by writing it down. When we physically put it in that envelope or that box, it changes the way we feel inside. We are handing over our trust. This can feel similar to saying, hey, this is my list of chores and it's written right here. I'm aware, and so is everybody else, that this is what I'm doing. It might be the same as putting in a chore list for our children or our partner or someone we work with. We're giving up responsibility within ourselves because we're handing it over to the person who is responsible and who is managing it. Well, guess what? Much as I would like to think I'm in control of everything, I had no control over the snow that blew in yesterday. Imagine that. So when there are things that matter to me And it's not just things that I'm afraid of, it's things that I'm hoping for, that I'm asking for, things that I'm praying for, things or people that I'm sending loving energy to. It might be healing an old wound, offering forgiveness, finding a way to accept the same. So many things. When I need that support or when I need to hand it over, I really suggest writing it down. Writing it down is what we can do. For those of us who like some bit of control, it's a big deal. Writing it down and then putting it in this box, putting it in here, or the envelope, or whatever you choose, knowing, trusting that we've handed it off, we've handed it over. It's not our job anymore. It's not our responsibility anymore. Our job now is to trust. Does that make sense? I hope so. Think about what we need to do, what is within our control. Let's get very clear about that. If it's not within my control, but it is within Frankie's, then I'll put it on the list and put Frankie's name to it. If it's not mine and it's not Henrietta's, who does it belong to? Perhaps it's something that is best left to God. Write it down, put it in the box. Thank you, and breathe. I hope you find this helpful. If you'd like to talk about working together or how I can support you through your grief, please reach out. My name is Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. Today, I wish you a day that feels lighter, knowing what is yours, taking responsibility for what is yours, releasing responsibility for that which belongs to someone else, and turning over to God that which is best left to Spirit. Namaste.